Hello, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome to episode 2 of our Nottingham Forest save, which I have decided is going to be called Aussie Cluff, purely for self-indulgent regions. But there you go. But I mean, it's really, episode 1 was just an introductory, wasn't it? This, we're actually getting down to some football, so this is very, very exciting. You can see it's MK Dons up first for us. But before we get into the games, let's have a look and see how our summer has gone. It's been interesting. We'll start with transfers, and we'll start with players in. Players out, we don't really recognise anybody anyway. The big one was this Barry McKay fellow we sold for $6.5 million off to Blackburn. He was on quite a chunk of wages. He didn't want to stay because the club had been relegated, so that was good. That gave us some money then that we could reinvest and look to strengthen the squad with. And you'll see that, really, it's been all Villa. The problem, we'll quickly go through. We can see here we've managed to get Zeelaw and Callum Moseley in at the club, which is absolutely phenomenal, but we'll get to that in a second. We'll go through in order. So Ollie Day, we recognise him, of course, one of our young keepers. We got him in on loan. We actually have no real first-team keepers at the club, a couple in the reserves that are average at best. So we've gone and got Ollie Day on loan for the season. That, I think, will be good. We still need another goalkeeper, I think, so if we can get someone better in, fair enough. But if not, I'm relatively confident having Ollie Day in the goals for us. Now, this San Stevens is someone that was brought in under my nose, and same with this Shane Faulkner character. Back there again, limited expectations for them. He looks, you can see here, he's not a bad passer technique. He might prove to be something, but we're not holding too much weight for those guys. Zeelaw, we got him in on loan. He's really good at this level. He's been absolutely killing it pre-season. So he's good. We're going to use him probably as a winger. We know he can play in the playmaking role as well, if you've seen our time at Villa. So good to have him here. And Callum Moseley, I'm slightly disappointed that he's come. We have a player valued at $16.25 million at a League One club. And let's not forget, he is currently the European Golden Boy, the best young player in Europe. So I was a little bit disappointed that he came, to be honest. I thought he would go on to bigger and better things. I'm assuming the fact that we made him, he has a bit of affection for us, and so he's come in and joined us on loan for the year. It's fair to say we're not going to be able to sign him permanently at this stage. But yeah, he has been absolutely brutal in pre-season, and if he plays to form, he is going to set League One alight. I tried to get Josh Crampton, our other academy product at Villa that was named after viewers of the channel. The problem being is that he went to Ipswich before I could clear up the wages to sign him on loan. So unfortunately, Josh is at Ipswich and we couldn't get him in. But 2 signings we did make. Ryan Mitchell, he was a backup defender at Villa, but more than capable of playing League One level. So we got him in on, you can see we paid $200,000 for it. I think, yeah, just rising up to just over double that. Some of that was promotion. If we get promotion, we owe so much. And I think after 50 league games as well. And then Lewis Brunt, we were really short in midfielders. So I've gone and signed him. He's not bad. He's not going to be a first-team player for us, I don't think, but he's definitely someone that can come in and do a job if and when we need him. You can see we only paid $40,000 going up to 91, and again, that's if we get promotion, I think 50 games. Not expecting too much from him, but the problem that I found is that we've scouted like the cream of Europe for the last however many years. I have nobody on my shortlist that is of this caliber, so I've really struggled to actually find players to sign. I've had scouts everywhere. We've signed a bunch of scouts, but that hasn't really come to fruition yet. So we've just gone back, we've rated Villa, and I think we've done pretty well. If you have followed us through the Villa days, let me know if there's anybody else you think we should have got in. I've tried for a couple of other players, but this was pretty much the youngsters that are highly rated. The club know they're highly rated. And if you're interested as to who it was that has come in after us, the answer is Jurgen Klopp is the new Villa manager. And if you look at their transfer history, we'll just indulge us for a second here if you're new to the channel. You can see they've made a few signings. Morata and Kieran Tierney are probably the big 2. Sobhi, who we know he scored a couple against us for Stoke. But you can see Mings has left the club for $14.5 million. There's Crampton going out on loan. Matty Molyneux, he was actually someone I tried to sign, but $1.5 million. He was another one of our academy products. And I did actually try to sign him, but you can see he's really, really good, but the wages were just a little bit too much, and I think he's probably better than League One in any case. They sent Joe Joyce out on loan. Doyle Hayes left the club to Middlesbrough. Ahmed Zovic, I did try to sign him back, because if you remember, we signed him from Forest, but there was no dice there. And Billay, our third choice right back, has left as well. I had a sneaky attempt to sign him, but it was never really going to happen again. Wages were the big issue there for us. So that's Villa as it has been left, but that's not our concern anymore, is it? Though we will keep an eye on them just to see how they go. But this is how pre-season turned out. You can see, look at those results. It was absolutely stunning, some of them. And so we'll start here where we played ASK-B alphabet team. You can see 5-0. We were just too good for a weak opposition. It was a good first out run. Some of the new names we've got here, Azid Elzaj, sure, got a hat-trick. Zeelaw got off the mark, and Lynden Gooch as well. Then we played FC Tulin. They were woeful, actually. But Zeelaw and Moseley absolutely rampant in the first half, and the team just continued off. I subbed them off at half-time, didn't want to risk an injury. The team just kept going. Moseley got 4. Elzaj, as you can see, got a goal. James Tilley, Lynden Gooch got 2, and Montgomery, one of our young midfielders, also got a goal. Then we played Florence Hofza. This was not very good. We were very disjointed. I did make some changes, as you can see, to the team there. It was more of a backup sort of team. We were just very disjointed. We did come on better in the second half, which was promising. But yeah, that wasn't our finest performance. Probably our worst performance of pre-season by a distance, I'd say. Then look at this. We went and played Fulham, who just got relegated from the Premier League. We were 3-0 up in this game. And then things went a little bit wrong. We went down to 10 men, but we did manage to hang on. Second half started off well. Callum Moseley got a goal, and then you can see we got a red card. Things just didn't really go well. But Matty James got a goal, as did Matty Davidson, one of our online defenders, and as I said, Callum Moseley. Then it started to go a little bit wrong after that. You can see they got a goal back after 2 minutes, and then it was a little bit of hanging on. But we beat Fulham, which I was really happy with. Then we played SC Ritzing. This was a decent performance without being great. As you can see, Zeelaw got 2, Lynden Gooch got a goal as well. Not much else to say there, but it was a solid performance without being fantastic. Played Ingolstadt, of course, the German team. This was a good defensive performance, so we took our chances without, sort of everything in the middle of the pitch wasn't fantastic. But you can see Elzaj got another goal. Ryan Mitchell got his first for the club, and James Tilley as well. Really good winger. Really, really good on the ball dribbling-wise. So that was good. Then what was almost our blue ribbon result of pre-season, 2-2 away to Celtic. This was really disappointing in a way because we were twice in front, but we were unable to hold on to the leads. You can see we got a late goals in the second half. Callum Moseley put us in front. We were pegged back. Then Louis Mars put us back in front. 89th minute penalty pegged us back again for a 2-2 draw. Then what is perennial title challenges in Belgium, the Club Brugge. We went there and we won again. This was a really, really positive end to the pre-season. We defended really well. We didn't create too much, as you might expect, but we took our chances really, really well. You can see Sunday and Joku opened the scoring, and Paul Mooney got an absolute belter at the end to put a little bit of fairy dust on the result for us. Now, of course, for the best of those goals, stick around after this episode is done, and you can see the best of them in Goals of the Month. But for now, let's get on with some football. It's going to be Milton Keynes Dons, MK Dons, and then we're going to go and host, as you can see, Bradford City in the Carabao Cup. The Cups are going to be big for us, I think, the Carabao and the FA Cup. We're not going to take the Checker Trade Trophy too seriously. But yeah, we're going to show the 2 games this episode. So this is our first Forest team in a competitive fixture. So it's Ollie Day as goalkeeper. We know about him. It's Dennis Holmes, Holmes Dennis. At left back, you can see decent player there for this level. We're going Malokowski, sure, in defence. Now look at, take a note of the jump. It's not going to let me do it. But take a note of the jumping reach on end strength of our defence. 19 jumping reach, 17 strength. Suter, who is wanted by Leeds and has a release clause, so may not be around too much longer. But again, jumping reach 19, strength of 16. We're going to sit a little bit deeper with these guys and just let them head the ball away. In Joku at right back, you can see good pace, and he's done really well for us in pre-season. We do need another right back, though. That is one of the positions we need to strengthen. It's Ball. Is it Harry Ball? Dominic Ball is going to play the halfback role for us. Decent passer. This is what I really wanted to try and sign Armizovic for, to play this role for us. But no dice there, as I said. So he's going to do the job for us for now, and I'm sure we can try to strengthen through the season. Matty James, he's our captain as well. So he's going to play the supporting role in midfield. And, of course, Mason, quite a good... look at that vision, 16, passing 15. He's our advanced playmaker. And again, he's done really well for us in pre-season. And more importantly, he doesn't seem to want to leave, which is big. Zeelaw and Callum Moseley providing the width. If you're followed us through Villa, we know all about these two. But you see, Zeelaw is going to do very well for us on the left. Callum Moseley is really good on the right, and then just ducking in at the back post to knock in some crosses from the left. He's done really well through pre-season. And then Elzaj as the target man. You can see he could probably play as an all-round, a complete striker. He's on loan from Tottenham, and I'm pretty happy with how he's done. He's clocked off a little bit towards the end of pre-season, but I'm hoping with some competitive games that he'll do well for us. So that's the team. They're the heroes. Let's go and get our Nottingham Forest career underway. So the old 4-4-2. I think we can expect to see a lot of that in League One, can't we? I should say too, if you're a little bit underwhelmed by the amount of signings, what happened? Let's see. Oh, well, João Mario is our assistant as well. Do it for the fans. Yeah, we can go with that. What didn't help the number of signings was that the board decided that they wanted to have a takeover. So we had a transfer embargo half the summer, which did not help, as you can imagine, trying to bring players in, and also made me reluctant to sell players at the same time. Oh, there we go, the Forest fans in full voice for the first time. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm thinking we have a competitive team. I always am a little bit hesitant to take too much from pre-season because teams aren't generally playing this strong. There's a good start for El Hadj. He's got a goal! We could not have asked for a better start for our time at Forest, with not even, 18 seconds, El Hadj knocks it down, Zeelaw with a tackle pass, and Elzaj could not miss from there. That was absolutely wonderful. I cannot believe we have scored after 20 seconds. What a start. All right, so let me take that back. We might actually have a decent team here. Callum Moseley is good. Like, I have no idea. He was listed as loan. I had a sneaky bid for him. And there was a couple of championship clubs in for him, which even that is the reigning European Golden Boy. He should be at a Premier League club at the absolute minimum. Oh, tell you what, the defence doesn't look too good there, though, does it? But if he can get going in this league, he will. I mean, he could score 50, couldn't he? Our front three is good. We are very short in midfield. Lewis Brunt was somewhat, I wouldn't say a panic signing, but he was a signing of necessity because we're really short in midfield. We do need another goalkeeper to come in, and we need a right back as well. Njoku does want to leave. Swansea's coming in for him. He has a release clause of 2.4 million. I just basically keep telling Swansea that's the price, and they haven't followed through. So I'm assuming that release fee is not going to be too much of a problem in terms of him leaving. But the one that could prove, as I said, is Harry Suter. Leeds are interested in him. He has a release clause of 3.9 million. So if he goes, we have some cover. We have Ryan Mitchell, who I signed on the bench. We also have another big defender, that Davidson, who can come in, and Mooney, who scored that goal in pre-season against Club Brugge. Here's another chance here. El Hadj turns, shoots. Oh, just past the post. So he's more than capable of stepping in as well. So we're well served for central defenders, even if Suter does leave. But he is a bit of a beast. Obviously, I'd like to keep him if I could. We're absolutely dominating this game in terms of highlights, but this may not be our highlight as it turns out, so let's not get too... Now, McConaughey, he was one of our boys, was at Villa, wasn't he? I can't got to stop saying our boys, but yeah, we had him at Villa. He was not quite good enough for us. That's a good run in behind the defender. It's a shot. Ali Day's done well there. Let's maybe just give this a concentrate if we can, because we've started with... Well, you couldn't have started any better, but we're just looking as though there might be a little bit of trouble for us in behind. I don't expect us, famous last words, but I don't expect us to concede too many from corners this year. I'm pretty sure between Suter and Malakal, we'll see. I'm going to struggle with that for a few episodes, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to handle most balls into the box, especially from set pieces. Now, there's a decent ball forward for El Hadj to run onto. He's got onto that. We've got Zeelaw down his left. Moseley should be somewhere in there as well. Zeelaw cuts in. Zeelaw! Decent save. You wonder if he could have gone into the back post there, but I think Moseley was just a little bit behind the play, which is fine because he would have been tracking back, marking his winger as he's asked to do. Corner comes in. It's out for Callum Moseley. Go on, Callum. Put your foot through it, son. Callum Moseley! Oh, not quite. You can see he was just trying to bend it into the top corner there, but wasn't quite enough pace on it. I was talking about midfield too, but James and Mason as a first choice are absolutely class. They are championship quality, I would say. They're too good for this division. James wants to leave. We're trying to convince him to stay. We've made him captain, trying to convince him to stay. It's just it's a little bit out of my hands. And I'm hoping if we get off to a good start, get some points on the board, so it looks like we're going to go straight back up, that we might be able to keep some of these guys going. Callum Moseley off the post. It's still there for him. It's a decent block tackle. Oh, Moseley. He was putting those in pre-season, but that's okay. Now, for all our domination here, I mean, it is domination, maybe not so much in possession, but 12 shots on goal to 2. We're only 1 goal up, which is a little bit concerning. Let's see what we can do from here. McConaughey, we know he is decent. He's certainly better than Brunt. If I had the choice between McConaughey and Brunt, I would definitely have signed McConaughey, but we didn't have that choice. All right, Ball's done well to win that back. He's found Callum Moseley. What can he do? He's playing as a winger, so it's fair enough that he would go wide. He knocks it in for Alzage. Oh, just always looked like it was going to go over, didn't it? That's a little bit better, though. We're not quite hitting the heights, are we? We'll just let them go into half-time here. We'll give them... what's the team talk going to be? You're doing okay, but you could do better, I think, is the team talk. You might have to tell a few people as well that they're not quite doing what we expect them to. A few too many 6.6, 6.7s in a game that we should be winning relatively comfortably. Pleased with how you play, but there's room for improvement. No, what I'll do is I'll go through, do these individual team talks, and then we'll come back for the second half. Okay. All we did there is just anybody that was sort of playing a 6.8 and below, just told them that they're not good enough, and everybody above that just told them to keep going, basically. Doing them individually while you're watching gets a little bit tedious, so I always find it a little bit better to just edit that stuff out. A few people looking complacent. That pretty sure was not what I said. So we'll just give it a demand more here. We should have this game done and dusted by now, but it's not. This 1-0 score can make you a little bit nervous, especially having 20 seconds in taking the lead. Let's give them some encouragement here. It's almost getting to the point where we need to start and just slow things down a bit. Now, Alzage is looking a little bit tired. Mars up top is not... You know what we might do, actually? We might look to play him wide, play Callum Moseley through the middle, who can play as a target man, not necessarily his best role. I think I like him a little bit more as a complete forward on attack. He has the sort of the pace that if it drops back in a little bit, he can cause some problems. So we'll bring Louis Mars on, and we'll see how this goes. Mason's looking a little bit tight in midfield as well. It might be one now for Lewis Brunt. But we have only just signed Brunt as well, so you can see his match fitness isn't fantastic. I think he's much better served as a deep-lying playmaker. Given the stage of the game, we might just look to play him a little bit more defensively as well. The pressure's off. It's his debut, so don't want to put too much pressure on him. We'll give the squad as general a concentrate. And what other changes do we need to make here? What we do want to do is we'll just put our fullbacks back to defend. We don't need them bombing forward anymore. Zeelaw hasn't had a great game, has he? So we might take him off. We'll put Tilley on. And then we might just start to lower the tempo, retain possession, stay on our feet, be more disciplined, stick to position. We might look to just maybe hit low crosses in as well. And we'll stop looking for the overlap. And there we go. Just the 3 minutes away. Hopefully this is going to be a first up win for us. 3 minutes to go. This isn't the final highlight. Oh, can we get that? Oh, we don't deserve a draw here. Oh, no. Oh, that is really, really, really annoying. More so than anything is that I just have to go back and change everything now. So still some work to do. Let's go back to attacking. We'll raise the tempo. We're at home, so we'll see if we can maybe... let's not do roam from positions. We'll take that off. There is going to be some learning here, isn't there? What the squad is and isn't capable of doing. Maybe retaining possession and trying to kill a game isn't quite something that they're able to do just yet. But that's disappointing. Let's have another look at it. Mars, yeah, I mean, could he have done better there? Number 4, that's Malakosi, I think. I think he was number 4. That's not great. Now let's not go and lose this, boys. Come on. McConaughey, can we get a foot in? Let's stop the ball coming into the box. Back to McConaughey, back to Cox. Oh, Day's there, claims it. All right. Oh, I can't believe after going in front. What a start to the game, and it has sort of gone a little bit wrong from there, hasn't it? But yeah, I mean, we were the better team. We should have won that game. It's very disappointing not to have done that. We'll give them just the calm. That was the sort of match we should be winning, and let's move on for Bradford. Well, there it is. We can't even say we're top in alphabetical order. That's really disappointing. But denied by late goal, that we were. Brunt makes his debut. Yeah, that's just disappointing, isn't it? All right, we'll wait there and we'll come back. We have the Carabao Cup at home to Bradford. Okay, welcome back. It's Carabao Cup. It's Bradford City at home. And let's have a look at the team. It's the same team. We're going to try and keep it consistent till we get sort of underway here. So it's Day in goal. Holmes, Dennis. I'm going to trip over this name again. Mellow Case. That's different to how I pronounced it before. Suter and Njoku. It's Ball, it's Mason, it's James in midfield. It's Zeelaw and Moseley providing the width for Elzage. Hopefully we'll be able to get off to just as good a start, but hold on. All right, so we can see the way they're lining up a little bit different, a little bit more sophisticated than the old 4-4-2. The one tactical change that we did make here, encourage the players. The one tactical change that we did do where the favourites go out the other fans, we'll go with that. The one tactical change we did make is we're going to play with a higher lineup. If you noticed last game I was playing slightly deeper. We're playing slightly higher this time. That's how I was typically playing in pre-season. So I'm hoping that, that'll return us to a little bit of form. And of course, a reason that I did that is because scouting report, MK Don scored a lot of goals from long balls over the top. So given that we have those sort of beasts at the back, the twin towers, but maybe lack a little bit of pace, I was hoping that by dropping a little bit deeper that we would counteract that. But I think in doing that, we're maybe not enforcing ourselves in the game as much. So we'll go back to the higher line this game and see how that goes. Like I say, there is going to be a little bit of a learning time here as we get to know the new squad, the new players, and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's kick off highlight out of the way. Let's see if we can get something here. Moseley back to Njoku, crosses it in for Zeelaw. We've started well again, a little bit longer this time, 2 minutes on the clock, but Zeelaw gets his first goal for the club in a competitive game. What the header that is too, just knocked inside the far post, no keeper stopping that. All right, now we have a corner. We should be good from these. It's Henry Suter, it's down, it's there again. Oh, goalkeeper. And post has denied us there. It's Mallow Case, or whatever that guy's name is, it's still there for us. But Pickworth, not to be conferred with Pickford, of course, has claimed the ball. So let's see what we can do here. Can we get a concentrate out yet? Not just yet. All right, another corner. Mason knocks it in. It's there. It's Suter again. We're going to be dangerous from corners as well. As much as I said last game, I don't think we're going to concede many, or I certainly hope not. We've got to be a chance of scoring a few, don't we? We just have so much height in the penalty area. Now Zeelaw has the ball at his feet, picks out Callum Moseley. Go on, Callum. There it is. Oh. Should have scored. Moseley's just not finding his pre-season form. And as I said, I don't want to put too much into the pre-season games because they can be misleading. But Moseley was banging them in from everywhere, and you just would have thought he would have scored that one. Especially, and again, if you are new, if you are sort of a Forest fan who's picked up on us, Moseley is the reigning European Golden Boy, the best young player in Europe from our time at Villa. So we have a right to expect a little bit more than that, I think. Now, let's not go and get counted here. Oh, he's gone straight past him. He's left Njoku just standing, and there it is. Well, a little bit of work to do on defence. I think we can say that. That was not great. I think our training right now for this game especially, I think I had it on attacking training. We might just need to do a little bit of defensive work, I think, because that was too easy. And then look at this. We're just too many players forward. Not enough defensive organisation. And that's 1-1. So we're going to need to score again. Carabao Cup, it's decided on the night, isn't it? So there will be extra time in penalties if that's what's needed. I really don't want to go through penalties. Again, if you're new, penalties, shootouts, and Villa weren't... We have some scars from last season. We got knocked out of the Champions League and the FA Cup, both on penalties. So, yeah, that's not really something I want to put myself through just yet. All right, Zeelaw, it's a decent pass. Zeelaw's not going to get there, though. It was an overhit pass. It was a nice thought, but not the application, perhaps. Can we win that? No, we can't. Are we going to be on the defensive again here? It's looking increasingly like it. All right, come on. Oh, he's not going to score from there, is he? No, that was woeful. All right, Ollie Day. Come on, son. Start us off. Knocks it long. El Haji has 3 men around him, so we can probably forgive him for not winning the header. Can we win that? Oh, Holmes Dennis has done really well there. Can he launch something? He's gone over the top for Zeelaw. He's going to get there. Can he square it? No, it's a decent tackle, but you feel like Zeelaw probably should have done a little bit better there. I'm wondering, yeah, we're going to have to think about things here a little bit because it's a lungy but good tackle. We're not really getting ourselves in the game, are we? I'm wondering if we take it off, exploit the flanks. That's a nice ball from Moseley over to Zeelaw. Can he square it? He's got a man in the box. It's got to be no. Mason to come and Moseley. Go on, Moseley. Oh, he's missed it again. It's Zeelaw. He's missed it again as well. Oh, the Villa boys are not shining themselves in glory here, are they? We're maybe expecting too much. I don't know, but that should have been a goal again. We're not taking chances, which is, I mean, it hurt us against the Dons, MK Dons, and there's always a risk it's going to hurt us here because between Moseley's 2 chances, you'd say that we probably should be at least 2-1 up, if not 3-1. All right, it's going to be a Bradford City attack, it looks like. They've threaded it through it in behind us. That's the high line. Again, that probably should be 3-2 if we're clocking up chances. Let's give this a demand more if we can, just coming into half-time. It's going to have to be a not good enough, I think. We've been the better team, but 1-1 doesn't show that, and the match ratings just aren't good enough. So we'll give it a calm not good enough. And again, I'll go through these individual team talks and we'll go back for the second half. Okay, so what I did there as well after the team talks is I just took us off exploit the flanks. I originally had done that because, Zeelaw and Moseley are 2 of our better players and we're killing it in pre-season, so I was trying to get them into the game as much as possible. So we're still going to play wide, but we're just not going to maybe look to get the ball to them as much and just see if we can sort of, let's give it a demand more here. If we maybe playing through the middle a little bit more can get some chances. Now Moseley's injured. That's not great. We'll bring Tilley on. We'll play him as an inside forward. He's really, really strong on the ball, Tilley. I think his dribbling is 16, which at League 2 level is quite good. Hopefully that's not too serious for Moseley. Potential foot injury, so that could be the dreaded metatarsal. It could be a lot of things, couldn't it? I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we're not talking broken ankles or anything like that, but I don't know if that would be classified as a leg or a foot. It looks like it's an overhit pass. Ollie Days there. He's cleared it. Is Zeelaw going to get there? No, he's not. Starting to get a little bit nervous about this. This is not looking great for us. I'm wondering if we should maybe switch our formations. Do we have the players on the field where we could do that? We probably do. That might be worth looking at, actually. Because we're just not getting into the game right now. It's a good pass. It's a good run. It's a goal. All right, so we're going to change formations here because it's just not working, is it? Tilley, I think, can play... No, he can't play up there. Can Zeelaw play up there? No, even less so. So what we might do... We might leave it at that. We could play El Haj as a striker. Ball can just slot back in, and Joku down the wings. That all looks fine. These guys are going to mark their fullbacks, so that's fine. We might leave Mason as an advanced playmaker and maybe just look to play Zeelaw as an attacking midfielder. Not so much directing the play. See if this can bring a change of fortune. Again, we've got off to a good start and then just really clocked off, which is really disappointing. I mean, there wasn't really much on there, was there? And we're gonna have to work on defensive shape because that was Suter just getting dragged out of position. I've maybe got a little bit adventurous too early here, and looks like a twisted ankle. So Moseley isn't too bad then. So let's push forward. Yeah, maybe got a little bit too adventurous too early here. One thing we did do at Villa is absolutely nail on a defence. So we were the best defence in the league, and then we sort of looked to push on from there. Okay, so we're going to have to go for this a little bit more. So I don't really like overload, but we're going to have to go higher tempo, get stuck in, roam from positions, a bit more mixed passing, get it forward a little bit quicker. And let's see what we have. I mean, the shorter passing shouldn't be a problem because we do have good passes of the ball. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's push forward again. All right, Mason has the ball. It would be really disappointing to go out at home in the Carabao Cup. It's a good opportunity if we can get the likes of a big Premier League club like Aston Villa, for example. There's a good pass. Can Tilley get onto that? No, he can't. Can we close down the keeper? Are we going to get hit on the counter-attack here? I mean, there is always the option of us playing on the counter-attack, given that we have... There's a nice pass. El Haj, can he get on that? He can. Go on, son. Go on, son. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that was a little bit of a sitter, wasn't it? I mean, the chances we've missed in this game... we should be clear, but, you know, we're not... We're gonna miss chances. We can't always look back at that as an excuse, but I feel like we're not as... We haven't... No, is that a penalty? No. Okay. Right, Zeelaw, can he get onto that? No, not quite. Oh, come on, boys. Pressure. There we go, Zeelaw. Come on, son. Please, Zeelaw. Please, please, please. Oh. Oh, it's going to be a long season, isn't it? It's going to be a long one. That's okay. Still, no, it's only 10 seconds. And then Holmes then got him sent off. He has. Well done, clown. So we're without a left back for the next game, which is interesting. We have a young kid, Baxter, I think his name is, who can play there. Hopefully it'll just be a 1-game suspension. No, it doesn't really matter at this point. Well, there we go. What a way to finish the episode. It's not Villa, that's for sure. We are going to have to adjust to this lower level. But look at that. We should have won that game. I mean, possession wasn't fantastic, but 22 shots, 11 on target. We have been robbed there a little bit. And we've robbed ourselves. It's poor finishing. It's not no one to blame but ourselves. We're going to have to go maybe with an assert. Do we go unlucky? No, we've got to go. That wasn't good enough. So there we go. We are out of the Carabao Cup at the first hurdle, which is really disappointing. I mean, calling us 10-men Forest is a little bit beneficial, a little bit generous because, you know, it was the last kick of the game was Dennis Holmes kicking whoever it was he kicked. 4 to 5 weeks for Callum Moseley. That hurts. Maybe he'll be back for next episode. We don't know. We'll just let that go. Who's after what? He's after set Leeds. Leeds boss, yeah. Leeds are after him, so hopefully he'll still be here when we come back for next episode. But that's it for this time, guys. If you have any advice, what you think I'm doing wrong, do let me know in the comments. But, I mean, that's a little bit of a change from Villa, wasn't it, where we went invincible in our last season. But that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you're a Forest fan, first of all, welcome. Do subscribe. We will get better, I promise. But a thumbs up, and maybe it's just a thumbs up for encouragement or for the first 2 minutes of games. We've mastered the first 2 minutes. We can sort of go downhill from there, don't we? But we'll come back next time. We'll come back. We don't really care about check of trade trophy, so maybe we'll come back to Bradford again. The revenge, Bradford the revenge. So next episode, we'll come back for Fleetwood away and Bradford City away, and by then I'm sure things would have picked up. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain, but before we go, please enjoy some of our best goals from pre-season. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Huh.